All right. All right, we ready? Everybody ready? Everybody's ready. Did you say vegan? Yes. Okay. Yeah, it's like smile, 3, 2, 1, cheese. You're like vegan? Okay. Where she go? All right. All right. Okay, this is year number 2 of the plant-based nutrition journey party. Celebration, introduction, health summit. The more you hear about health, the more it's going to sink in and you might make some changes. You're going to hear from a few speakers. Some are going to have very instructional, deep thoughts, and others are also going to have instructional, deep thoughts. Me personally, this is something that might be good for me, maybe, I don't know. And that's the benefit of doing something like this, is because you can open up and change someone's mind and enlighten and bring new knowledge on different things that have helped people out in their health. So, everyone's going to get to come, well, the 3 is going to get to come up and speak, give their personal experiences, and with that being said, you're going to go first? Okay, and you're speaking on?
That's Charlotte. Charlotte, medical reasons.
Personal or?
That's HIPAA. That's HIPAA.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Charlotte will be presenting first. Here you go.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Is this on?
It's not working. He's just.
No, it doesn't project. It's just recording.
Oh, it's just for the recording. Okay. So if you look in your pamphlets, this is me. This is where I start. Arlene has 3 pages of me. My name is Charlotte. I'm 48. I met Arlene through the dental school. And I need to talk higher. Louder. Okay. So this is my journey of my health problems that I started back in November of 2021. I started feeling very tired, very sick, get up every morning, throw up because I felt so sick, take an hour just to get ready for work and get my stuff together. And I finally saw the doctor, and he ran a test on me, blood work. And as you can see from my triglyceride level, I don't know if anyone knows about triglycerides, but normal triglycerides are about 140, 150. So when I did my blood work, they actually called me back later on that day after they got the results and had me actually go back and redo the test because they said it was wrong.
So far out.
Because it was so far out. So I went back, did the test. The doctor calls me probably 6:30 that night on my cell at home. And he tells me, Mrs. Marshall, your blood work, I've never seen this ever before in my life. And I said, okay, well, I'm really sick. I need help. He said, okay, well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to put you on a vegan diet, and we are going to put you on very strong medication. And if we're going to redo your blood work in 3 days, and if it doesn't come back as a huge improvement, you're going in the hospital. And Arlene knows me. We have a pact that if I get admitted, she's busting me out because I'm not going in that place. So I did, and you can tell from my dates, 3 days later, my numbers actually split in half. So when I had first started being on all those medications and going completely vegan, I was actually even more than vegan. He said, I want you to cut out all fats, even avocado, olive oil, vegetable oil, anything with fat, out. We got to get you right. So for the first few days, I felt like I was going through chemotherapy. I was very sick. I could barely get out of bed, could barely walk, could barely move. But I know I didn't want to go in the hospital. So I continued, and after probably about a week or so, I started adjusting to the medication. And I actually only missed about 3 days of work, because that's me, and I forced myself to get up. I didn't want to just lay in bed all day. And so as you can see, I was tested very often, and I had a spike, I think in May, but my triglyceride level wasn't even red. I mean, they could only read up to 4,425. Yeah. My doctor told me, I've never had a patient like you before. I think at one point he said, I don't even know what to do with you. I don't even know. But my most recent blood tests, I think in July, yes, my triglycerides are 56, which you can never go too low on your triglycerides. I thought you could. Arlene has said, no, Charlotte, you're fine. So taking this journey and becoming vegan, it was important to me because I didn't want to die. It was very hard. And I have, one of my boys is here. This is Tyler. He's a twin. I have Tyler and Troy. And so when Arlene told me about this, I wanted a chance and an opportunity to be able to share to everybody the difference that health can make. I'm currently on half the dose of my medications. I would like to be able to completely get off of them. If I can't, that's fine. On a second note, I don't know if anyone's going to agree with me on this, but this all took place after my second COVID shot, which was Moderna, which I call now Murderia. I never had levels like this. I contribute it to that personally. My doctor says he won't completely agree with me, but he definitely feels that could be a possibility. I refuse to get a booster. I'm on the mend. I'm healthy. I don't want to do it. So I will fight it as long as I can. Yes?
Had you ever had high triglycerides before?
Never. Never.
Did everyone hear the question?
Yeah, they were.
And did you feel that sick
I was so.
before
No.
in your life?
Never. I've never been that sick in my life. And it probably took, it was a buildup of probably about a month and a half before I finally said, it's bigger than me. I need help. I need to figure out what's wrong with me. It started getting really bad towards the end. The last probably, yeah, very sudden. It was very, very difficult. Yes?
What did your diet consist of prior to this?
Sure. I was partially vegetarian. I still had meat. I still would cheat and have bacon or chicken or whatever. Still had dairy. I had lessened the amount of meat in my diet before then, but I hadn't done the drastic boom. Nothing. Just complete vegan. And vegan in the beginning for me was very hard because it was even more strict than just vegan. I couldn't even have natural fats. He was just trying to save my life. So I was a good patient and I did whatever he said.
Bravo.
So, any more questions?
Any more questions for Charlotte? No?
Am I okay on time?
You're good.
I didn't get cut off. I'm not really a public speaker. I hope I did okay. Okay.
Nothing like a personal testimony.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I liked having a lesson.
Yeah.
It helped.
Charlotte, do have one question for you.
Yes.
When you did change your diet, did you change anything else? Did you incorporate exercise routine, or was it strictly diet?
I was always pretty good about exercise, but when I got really sick, I just didn't have the energy, and it was hard for me to even walk. Just traveling from the parking lot into work, which is, Loma Linda, quarter mile, killed me. So
Just diet then.
diet had changed.
The diet alone. Charles.
Well,
She has a question.
One more question. So how much time lapsed between the time you had your COVID shot and you started having those symptoms?
That's a good question.
the question was, how long did the time lapse from your COVID shot until you had the symptoms?
So my second COVID shot was, I believe, the very end of February, and I started getting symptoms about a month and a half, 2 months later, and they just progressively got worse as time went on. And I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know what was wrong with me. And I don't like seeing the doctor, so I put it off for a long time, and so that's why it was so bad when I finally went in.
And the reason I asked the exercise question is to clarify if it was exercise helped or if it strictly was the diet, and didn't know, so that's why I asked. So Arlene, you're the next speaker, and you're going to talk about
Why you have this meeting
why you have this meeting. Thank you.
for your friends to learn.
I would like to be mic'd up. Charles.
It just clips on.
This doesn't come off? Oh, thank you. Okay. Thank you all for coming. This is something I'm really super excited about. Last year, when I started this party, Mary gave her talk, and she said, if anything's wrong with you, you need to go raw. And I said, yeah, I'm not going raw because I like hot, creamy beans. Nothing is better. And she's like, well, I just think that everybody in the world needs to go raw in order to be healthy, happy, and live a long life. I decided to try it for 6 months. For 1 month, 6 months later, I decided I'm going to try it for 1 month and see what happens. I had zero expectations other than to be dissatisfied. This is a list of things that I began to enjoy even more, starting with page 1. Once I began the diet, I'm going to say about week 2, I started to notice that I liked the things that I was eating. I began to love the food that I was eating. I no longer desired anything else. It was really strange. If you take a look at I don't know, everyone has a different set of staples, but I have my food journal for the traditional vegan diet, and that was everything that I ate for the month of for the month of July, the month of May. Everything that I ate for the month of May. I just listed everything that I eat because I love data. I'm a big data junkie. So I listed everything that I ate. And then that's in orange if you have a colored sheet. And then if you turn forward about 2 more pages, I have my 30-day experimental raw vegan diet. I listed everything that I ate for 30 days. These foods on the raw vegan diet became so tasty to me. I began to crave them. I couldn't understand why, because why should a cold salad taste better than hot creamy beans, or taste better than vegan chicken or vegan lasagna or mac and cheese? It was incredible. My body began to crave what I was making. Everything that I made tasted so good, and it made me feel so good. I skate every day. For those of you that don't know me, I skate up and down the street every day, me and Mary, and I feel amazing. I fall at least once a week. The last time I fell, I jumped up like a little kid and kept going. I didn't feel it. I no longer feel the pain that I used to feel. I do everything that I can to get rid of inflammation. I've listed all the things that I do that I'm enjoying even more than before. Starting at the top of the list, I have a note from Kelly, who always says a long muscle is a strong muscle. So I say warm up your body and stretch every morning. This is something that's highly beneficial, but even more so because I'm raw vegan. Why is raw vegan even better? Because the enzymes that are available to me are being used right away. I'm no longer I'm not cooking the enzymes out of my food, and my body's using the enzymes right away. So if you look further down on the page where the little black mark is on page 1, this is page 1, little black mark. Why enzyme-rich foods? Because they reduce inflammation. This is another thing. Everything that I do is to reduce inflammation in my body. Because enzymes are catalysts, and catalysts cause reactions. But minerals do not work without enzymes. Where do we get minerals? From walking on the beach, from eating certain foods, from bathing in the forest, just walking in the forest. Planning to walk in the forest also generates a lot of serotonin, dopamine, and androgens for your bodies. But vitamins do not work without the minerals. So you need as many enzymes as possible. Where do all the enzymes come from? They come from your food, uncooked food. As soon as you take something out of the ground, off the tree, off the vine, and cut it, you've ruined probably about 10 to 20% of the enzymes. But when you cook it, you cook up to 80% of the enzymes out. So it's not bad. Tastes a lot better, maybe, until you start eating all raw. Then it tastes better uncooked. It's impressive, and I can't tell you how good I feel. It's a lot of energy. I almost feel as good as I did when I was 20. I just didn't know that I felt that good until I felt this good again, because I thought I felt great last year when Mary said, let's go raw. And I was like, no, I'm not going to go raw. Leave me alone. I feel amazing. The energy is crazy. I wish everyone could experience what I'm experiencing. I know it sounds hard, but it's not. Give it a 30-day try. This makes absorption the most important reaction that occurs in the body, because it doesn't matter how many vitamins you take and it doesn't matter what you eat. If your absorption is poor, it's just going to sit and your body's not going to use it, and you're going to eliminate it. It won't be a part of your bloodstream. It won't be a part of what makes your thoughts healthy, your body happy, things like that. Another thing that works to reduce inflammation is forgiving people who cause harm, or forgiving someone that you disagree with, that you read about on the internet. Maybe. Kelly. I don't know. This really goes a long way towards getting rid of inflammation out of the body, because when you get upset, you generate cortisol. And when you generate cortisol, now you've got the beginning of discomfort, and now you've got inflammation, and now you've got illness. And that leads to high blood pressure, sugar diabetes, all kinds of issues. Get rid of that anger. Get rid of the dislike. Forgive people. I always say this. I forgive my brother often, so you guys can work on it too.
It rewires your brain.
It rewires the brain. Thank you, Kelly. All right. Other things, I purchased a steam sauna. You guys will be able to see it. It's over in the living room. It's a full body steam sauna. Mary has one too. We pretty much mirror each other in terms of things that are healthy. That steam sauna, and I have publications or articles to help you to research this information that I found. It reduces oxidative stress. This is the stress you don't necessarily see, but it affects your body. Fasting, which reduces inflammation in the body, even helps to cure cancer. So why is fasting so good for you? Why is fasting so helpful for you? Hi there. Fasting is helpful for you because your body, the most expensive, I'm going to say activity that your body goes through is digestion. So when you remove the option to digest your food, such as doing juices or having raw food, your body uses it right away. It doesn't have to digest it. And it has more enzymes, and enzymes help you to digest the food. That's right, and we're going to talk about cellular health too. Cell phones. Oh, you guys, there's a disclaimer on your cell phone that everyone has. It says that 1 hour of cell phone use causes cancer per month. 1 hour per month. That's the disclaimer on your cell phone. No one reads this. 1 hour per month can cause cancer. Carrying it in your pocket, carrying it in your bra, carrying it in your back pocket. Sorry, Charlotte, I know that hurts. But take care to move your cell phone away from your body, and don't let it be next to your bed at night. Also, the light that comes from the cell phone. All these things, by the way, cause stress. They add cancer. So how does fasting help cancer? Okay. For those that are undergoing chemotherapy treatment, there's a study that I outlined in here that says that if you have had a fasting regimen prior to chemotherapy, you actually have a better time of no nausea, or less or no nausea, and your recovery is much more swift because your body's not fighting all of the death that's occurring for all the cells that are dying, because chemotherapy kills all the cells, and your body naturally reproduces healthy cells, hoping that the bad cells will die. But your body goes into repair as long as you're not eating. And if you are eating, let it be juice. If you are eating something that's not juice, let it be raw food. Otherwise, you're just slowing down the healing process. Your body heals while it's not eating, while it's not digesting, believe it or not. The bulkier your food is, the more muscle mass you'll have. The more water you have in your food, the more water you'll have in your cells. Something going on back there? Thank you. Okay. And let me see. Second page. Some notes that I have. Nothing outperforms a diet when it comes to your health. Nothing outperforms a diet. Take care of what you put into your mouth, because that's something that you do every day when you're stressed out, when you're hungry, when you're sleepy, when you're tired, after you've exercised, when you want to restore, when you want to rebuild. You eat. Nothing outperforms a healthy diet. Nothing outperforms a well-balanced, healthy diet. So most of us are malnutrition. We just don't know it. And the solution is eating food with the most nutrition by preserving the enzymes for digestion. Raw is what I recommend for everyone. I know it's really hard to tell you. I can't explain to you how good I feel. I feel amazing. I can't stop smiling. I can't stop feeling good. I bounce out of the bed. I wake up at 4:50 a.m. in the morning. I go to work, ideally by 6 o'clock. And I'm loving everything right now. I love everybody, even my brother. And the diet has done this.
Amen.
Yes. So you utilize the minerals to rebuild. Remember, the two ways to get more minerals into your body. None of it works if you don't absorb. The two ways to get minerals into your body quickly is not by taking something, not by eating something, but by vigorous exercise on the beach and walking in the forest. A 1-minute walk into the forest and out will actually build minerals, feed your body minerals for 24 hours. And you'll have improved levels. Right up this hill, right up this hill. Also, if you don't have a forest, here's something. When you go to Home Depot, I hate that store. It's a guy store. But when you go to Home Depot, walk through the garden section. Just stay in there. If you have to go with someone who wants to go in there, just stay in the garden section until they come out. It's actually quite nice. And have a garden if you can.
Wouldn't smelling the fresh cut lumber in the lumber section do the same thing?
It's good, but it's at the other end. You have to go through all the pipes to get.
What Drew said, that's right. Stay with the foliage. How to starve cancer and reduce arthritis. Reduce and remove processed food from your lifestyle. With that said, there's a lot of processed food in there. I cooked it all and I bought what I didn't cook. Even though it's all vegan, it's still fast food. It's best to have whole foods that don't have anything that you didn't add to it. If you're not eating vegan and you're eating foods that are processed, they're in a package, and they say natural flavors or other natural flavors, they contain beaver butt juice. Look it up. It's called Castoreum. Everyone will receive the video. You can look it up. I know it's disgusting, but it had to be said. Okay, you guys all heard this saying, starve a cold, feed a fever? No. Starve them all, because if the body's not eating, it's healing. It does two things all the time, either build or heal. If you're not eating, you're healing. If you're eating, you have the possibility of building. And a couple other things I want to go over with you guys. Fasting is also a good thing that you can try. Depends on, we fast at night, every night. When you're in the bed, you fast. An extended fast, if you're not well, is good for you. It gives your body time to heal, because if you're not eating, you're healing. It's that simple. Give your body time to heal. If you are eating, let it be raw. All right, and then I don't know if all of you have these colorful pages. Mary, Delita, and I embarked upon an in-body scan. This was provided by Dr. Gurinder Baines at Loma Linda. And he basically said, you guys have an amazing amount of extracellular and intracellular water. He said, I don't typically find that kind of water content in the body of women, older, and especially vegan. He thought, and he said, you guys drink a lot of water. And we all said, no, we don't. The water has been preserved in our food. So when you eat raw, your food has a lot of water in it. You don't even have to drink a lot of water. You're hydrating quite a bit. The lean body mass. The last item.
I'm sorry. Can I move this back right quick?
Please.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. All right. On the next page after that was the before and after blood panels with the raw vegan diet. So this is before a raw vegan diet and after the raw vegan diet. These were Mary's blood panels. And we were so impressed with Mary's panels. Back in March, Mary's cholesterol was a total of 207. Just this month, just at the end of this month, the beginning of this month, Mary's cholesterol dropped to 168. That's a 39-point drop just because she went vegan. Raw vegan, I'm sorry. She was already vegan. She was already vegan. So just because she went raw. Other numbers to be impressed by, basically, were her triglycerides. They dropped down. Everything, she had changes in, all these are found in her blood work. So this was all good news. I did the same work. We did the same tests. We submitted our DNA to Ancestry.com. We did a before and after, knowing that our DNA wouldn't change, but there's always genetic expression. We wanted to see what kind of biomarkers might be impacted by our diet. Nothing significant in that regard. I was hoping to heal a few things, but that didn't happen.
Change your ancestry.
Change relatives, stuff like that. I want to take a quick second and look at Charlotte's numbers again. Her triglycerides by date, that's this page right here. It's got the chart on it. Charlotte's triglycerides, a healthy triglyceride is anything less than like 159, 150. Charlotte's were so high, they were immeasurable. It was greater than 4,425. That slowed her down. Her body couldn't heal until she actually changed her diet. That was impressive to me. Yes, ma'am. That's my niece, Simone. Yes, Simone.
Now I know what triglycerides are.
Kelly, tell us, Delita, tell us what triglycerides are, please. In a nutshell.
In a nutshell, you just kind of like throwing me out there like that.
Anyone.
Back to the back. It's in the lipid panel, and it's like bad cholesterol.
Bad cholesterol.
It goes along with it. If one's up, the other one will be up. And if one's down, the other one will be down.
And they can't be high. If it's high, you start to feel sluggish like Charlotte did, and she was miserable.
Even like overall cholesterol, I think was like 900.
Yeah, Charlotte's cholesterol, that's the second chart. Charlotte's cholesterol, which is a healthy cholesterol, if they say anything under 200. We don't know that that's true. We just know that that's the standard good cholesterol for someone that eats meat. It's probably better if you don't eat meat. But it was 861 at the outset where Charlotte almost passed out. She had to drag herself out of bed. She was miserable. She was missing work, and I was miserable because we have a lot of fun at work. Gwen, you had a question? Drew, you had a
I
question.
have a question. When you went raw, did you keep in your data the volume of food that you were eating? Did it change to less or more?
Yes, good question. On average, I ate about 1,800 calories a day. For those of you that don't know, back in 2000, prior to 2000, I weighed 220 pounds. I lost 90 pounds by changing my diet, going from 3 meals a day to 6 meals a day and lifting weights because I was always active with cardio. But I changed that to lifting weights, got a personal trainer, lost a lot of weight. At that point, I was eating 1,800 calories a day. Now I eat close to 3,000 calories a day. I eat a lot of food and it's a lot of nuts, not a lot of fruit. I like vegetables quite a bit, but I'm getting to the point to where I have not as many nuts as I used to have. But I eat about maybe 3,300 calories a day. I know this because I keep a good food journal and you'll see it in here.
As opposed to vegan before?
As opposed to when I was so raw vegan, I'm eating like 3,200, 3,300 calories a day. When I was just vegan, I was eating 1,800 calories a day. 6 meals a day, 3 meals, 300 calories per meal.
And then weight change before and after raw?
Weight change before and after.
From vegan to raw vegan?
I didn't, okay, so this is an unintended consequence. So not only do I feel great, but I have lost weight. I did not intend to lose weight. I have lost about 14 pounds since I went raw vegan, and I eat way, way more than I used to eat. And I eat constantly because food is really, really good. It tastes better than it ever tasted before now. I have some raw dishes in there. I have raw cheese for you guys to try, which delete the maid, thank you very much. And I have some raw cream cheese, and there's lots of raw veggies. The stuff is good, you guys. Everything tastes better. The closer you get to the ground, the closer you get to the tree and the vine. I think that just about covers everything. I just want to make sure that, oh yeah, here's something that I use too to get rid of stress. This is a stress reliever, and it also reduces inflammation because it uses sound vibration to reset the nerve tree. Can you hear that? That sound resets the nerve tree, especially for the person that it's touching. So I've used it for people that have migraine headaches. I've used it on a hurt knee from falling. I don't have to use it anymore. And I've used it on my back. I've used it on my brother's neighbor. And he couldn't believe, he couldn't lift his arm like this. All I did was put the bowl on his back, use the sound. Why does sound work? Why does this sound work? Because your blood vessels, arteries, and your blood basically contains, it's okay, Lindy, your blood basically contains water. And every cell in your body is connected by water. Every cell that's connected by water in the body, this fluid is called interstitial fluid. We're now calling this an organ. Like in the last 4 years, they have named interstitial fluid an organ because when it gets honked up and it doesn't move, now you have a problem. Just like they're now calling Alzheimer's type 3 diabetes because the interstitial fluid is unhealthy. Extracellular water, this is what Mary and I and Dalitha too, this is what we're getting in our bodies because we're eating more raw food. You ever wonder why you feel so full when you eat Chinese food? And you can eat again about 10 minutes later, even though you were very full, because they don't overcook the food. They leave the water inside of it. And that's the feeling that you get. Your body's using that food right away. So consider cooking your food a little bit less. Consider going raw. It can make you feel pretty good. It's inexplicable how good you can feel. I'm kind of hyper right now from this diet, but it feels good.
We like you when you're hyper.
Thank you. Yes, Simone? You forgot because I kept talking?
No.
Yes. Just say it. I'll cut it out of the video if I don't like it.
Like recipes that you use.
I have a ton of recipes that will be shared out in the video. This is actually, Charles, you're welcome. This is actually part of an outline. This is part of a 9-tab Excel file that has my diet before and after, our blood work before and after, our DNA before and after, and recipes. And I hope you guys will try some of the food that I have in there that's raw. I have raw, I have,
Lots of Google and YouTube and IG people that have great recipes and ideas.
Pinterest.
That's true.
Good raw vegan recipes.
But when you look them up, do yourself a favor, sit at a desktop with a full stadium row seated QWERTY keyboard and look it up that way. Try not to use your cell phone. Reduce cell phone exposure as much as you can.
Wireless earbuds.
Wireless earbuds are a nightmare. Please cut the EMF, the EMR, because that is bad for you.
Phones, because they're in your ears.
They're worse than phones because it's EMR straight to the brain, but we actually, the warning that's on your cell phone is, it basically says you will receive harm and it can cause cancer if you use the cell phone for 1 hour a month, per month. So the exposure is significant. Yes, Mary?
I was just going to say, don't make it hard. The food should be what it is. Apple, orange, lettuce, tomato. It should be what it is. It shouldn't. If it comes out of a package, don't eat it.
If God made it, eat it. If man made it, read it. If you can't read it, don't eat it. We talked about this last year.
Don't go to the middle of the grocery store.
After a while, you'll just start making up stuff. It just tastes good to you.
That's right. That concludes my talk. Thank you all so much.
David's next. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was long 3 minutes. Yeah, that was very long. Well, I would like to thank the female Tom Hanks on Castaway, because you don't cook your food. Yeah, I mean, that's what everybody has to do. David is next, and he's coming from a place of personal experience. I'm going to give a personal experience example myself. Back in 1996, I went into the hospital, and I weighed 199 pounds. 2 days later, I was 130. Actually, I was less than 130 2 days later. And the doctor said if I wasn't in such good health, I would have been dead. So that is a benefit of being in health. It can literally save your life. Without further ado, our keynote. Mr. David.
Thank you, guys. Thank you guys so much. Can everybody hear me? Okay.
It's for recording, so if you want to, you can put it on your.
Okay. Yes. Wow. Nutrition is so important. You know, my personal experience. You know, I'm a product. I was when I was come up traditionally, I had foods that I ate, and I didn't think nothing of it. I thought it was good. You know, my mama served it to me. And after I ate it, you know, I heard the ice cream truck running down the street, so I'm off and running, pew, you know, at that Tutti Frutti and the blow up pop and all that. That was me, you know. I had to have it. I mean, sugars was my thing, you know. I'm talking about, especially when the holidays come around. Oh, it's tremendous, you know. Fruit cake, give it to me, and they did so. And I think I was a product of that, and I gradually it stayed with me, and I just couldn't leave it, you know, because in endorphins it gives you it was almost a drug, and it is. You see, it's an effect. So I just wanted to come to you, and I was a lot of things that I could talk about as far as nutrition concerned. But I want to give you my personal experience. I had cancer. I was stage 4. I was terminal. Doctor written me off. Told me I might as well get my funeral going. That's how bad it was. Bad. I was that small, bitty, you know. And so I had to do something. And I knew better because, you know, nutrition is my thing. Just to let you know some of my credentials, you know, I'm a former pre-med student. I spent 30 years in Chan Community Health Action Network. I spoke all around the United States about nutrition. I mean, I have done a lot, and wow, it just, and all of a sudden, this cancer hit me. So it threw me off. So I had to get back to what I know, because I kind of veered off a little bit, because I'm still chasing the ice cream truck down the street. You know, I mean, it's just amazing. That's where I get most of my exercise was. So, so I had to get back to nutrition, that what I know. Okay, so I did that. Now get this, check this out. I took a cruise, had my first chemo treatment. Immune system is low because chemo destroys, we know, destroys the immune system. It designed that way. It's like a flood. It's going to destroy. It's going to get the bad one as well as the good. It's going to destroy everything. So I take this cruise. I started my alkaline diet. I mean, I'm like Rambo. I'm with it, man. I'm kicking down the doors. I'm just like, so you got to make up your mind what you want to do. It's a lifestyle. Am I right?
Yeah. It's a different way of
right.
knowing.
You can't just step in, step out. Man, you got to do this thing, right? So I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I spent 7 days on a cruise ship with a low immune system, but I alkalined my body. You know, and it was funny. It was an ice cream truck passing by on water, and I was looking. So, but anyway, but they had a good diet on the boat, alkaline diet, and I stuck to it. Man, I was hardcore, and I did not get sick. Check this out. Did not get sick whatsoever. The body is fighting for me, guys. When you change things, and the body has a quick, immediate response. It doesn't take like, you know, it's automatic. It's rapid response to the body. Okay? So I got off the boat last day. Doctor thought I was crazy, told me not to go, but that's how amazing and powerful alkalinity is in your body.
Could you explain how you made your body alkaline?
Yes. Okay. So I'm eating alkaline things, and which I'm going to show you in a minute, because you got to understand, just because something is a vegetable, some things are hybrids, right? Can anybody name me what is a hybrid in vegetable?
Carrot.
Yes, carrot is a hybrid. Did you know that? Yes, it is. All right, so we got to be careful. Got to be careful. This is one more. Broccoli also is a hybrid. Okay, here's a list. I comprised a list. As you see on this list, this is a guideline that you go towards. So if it's not particular on this list that I have, it's pretty much in hybrid. So don't veer off into the hybrids. Okay, like we know potato, right? It's a hybrid. All right? Yes.
What does hybrid mean?
Hybrid is basically man-made. You know, they got together, put some stuff together in the laboratory, and they came up with something like ice cream, basically. Oh, I'm missing ice cream, I tell you. Man, I'm not going to go chase no ice cream truck down the street, guys. I'm not. I'm done. So as you see that list is pretty much alkaline. That is alkaline. Stay with alkalinity, guys. Okay, so I want to talk about, I want to put a topic to this. Never give up. Health is on the way. No matter what, the body has an amazing snapback ability. Okay? It will snap back immediately. All right? Now, there's three, Arlene mentioned one of them. There's three things that destroys the body. Anybody know? If not, I'm going to name it.
You mean food?
I'm talking about things. Like a verb, there's things. Inflammation is one. Inflammation is one. Yeah, stress, but I'm putting them all in category. Okay, the next one, free radicals. When you go out, that's happened to John Wayne. You remember the story? He died. Free radical. When you step outside, you're breathing in toxins immediately. That's why you got to stay alkaline. Okay? It's always, you can't escape it. It destroys the cellular level. It's called cell-to-cell talk. When the cell has tentacles, it's electrical. And it touches that cell, and the cells, are you sick? If the cell is not responding, then the cell won't repair itself. And then it's replicating. replicating, okay? Then so you're taking things and it's not going to make you well, okay? First, you got to do first. See, there's a line of things that you have to do to get well. You can't just go run to the herb store and start shoving stuff down your throat. All right? Like ice cream. You can't do that. All right? So there's a protocol you have to do. All right? Now, the third one is very interesting, which is the most important thing. So you got the inflammation is one. It breaks down the mitochondrial DNA of the cell, which the cell carries the energy and all the stuff to the body, right? Throughout the body, right? Two is it is the free radical. The third one is mucus. They call it pneumonia, but it's actually mucus. It's compromising the mucous membrane. And what it does, it pulls oxygen levels out of the body and lowers your your alkalinity level. Okay? It comes from a lot of things. It comes from sugar, mostly comes from dairy. Okay? Yes. And once mucus is found in the bowels, everywhere. It's in the muscles, it's in the liver, it's in the kidneys, everywhere. It destroys you totally. And alkalinity gets it out. All right? I pull my coattail, guys, if for my man. Huh? Okay. So you got to line it up. So let's start right here, okay? So I want to talk about detoxification. The body is always detoxifying. Constantly. It's trying to throw something out. This is a disclaimer. Now let's just stay with me now. One day, okay, throwing up process that's a detoxification, right? Like we drank too much alcohol, right? The kidneys or the liver saying it doesn't want it, so it throws it up, right? That's detoxification. The body's always detoxing itself, but if it can't detox, what do you think it's doing? Is creating havoc in your system. We talking about pork, chitlins, all the bad stuff. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Come on, y'all. Cheese, yes. Chicken, yes. Let me tell you about dairy. Okay, real quick. Let me tell you about dairy. What's the first food that we eat when you're born? Milk. Colostrum. That's absolutely correct. Colostrum contains 2.7 casein. 2.7 casein gram in the system, which is good for you. Dairy has 26 grams of casein that destroys the mucous membrane. It's made for a baby calf. It's not made for a human being.
And doesn't the baby calf have 7 stomach chambers, whereas we only have 1?
That's correct. So that's why it's called lactose what? Intolerance. That's talking about the ice cream truck, y'all. I know y'all gonna get this, right? It can't break it down. Enzymes, all right? It overworks the body. And that causes the body to go into which is called, what's that called when the body overloads with toxins? Huh? Toxemia, yes. And septic. Yeah. You see that? It's overran, so the body can't get rid of it. Okay, so let's go here. Let's start with first. Before you take any vitamin, you have to have minerals. Everybody, right? Because minerals keeps the body strong, the kidney strong, liver strong, all the structure of the body. If you put vitamins in your body, it's not, like Arlene said, it's not going to work. Because the body organisms are detoxifying itself in it. If they are destroyed, they're not going to work. No matter what vitamin you put in your body or how you eat alkalinity. Okay, because you got to keep that healthy. All right. So now Arlene touched on it. So there's a list as in order. I want you guys to look at that list in order of minerals. The body has to have minerals to survive. If you're not having minerals, the body is going to have, which is called a dephase effect. Okay? Okay, so if you see it right here, the minerals are in order. Okay, if you see it. All right? And I want to give you guys, watch this. I'm gonna open book. Watch this. These are my labs. These are my labs. And you can pass it around. I'm an open book. This is my lab. I just got them done. All right? Check out my hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is supposed to be around 14. Well, mine's at 14.2. Mine's at 14.1. Hemoglobin. You know if your hemoglobin drops, you know what's going to happen? 911 is going to come get you. You have to have, you want to see it? Anybody want to see it? You can see it. Open book. All right? You see my hemoglobin level, and you see my alkalinity level, enzymes, okay? My body doesn't use much enzymes, all right? Because my enzymes, I'm naturally using things to break down the body, all right? You know how you get heartburn? You know why you get heartburn? Reason why you get heartburn, because the acid levels in your body, supposed to come right here. Now, if your body is over compensating, it has to pull things, right? And if it's pulling, the acid levels are pulling through and it's destroying your body. That's why we have heartburn. Where they tell you to get Tums, go get Tums, eat Tums, which is a blocker. You don't want that. So it starts right here and then it goes up even more, and then it's right here, the acid levels. So it's too high. That's why you need enzymes to keep your body balanced. Okay? So I want to talk about, okay, because I know my time is really running, so I'm going quick, guys, so stay with me. All right? So if you see the mineral levels, they are in order. Okay, the mineral levels are in order, okay, with each other. All right? Now, I wanted to show you. Oh, thank you, because I'm trying to go quick here. All right, so, all right, here we go. I'm not thinking about ice cream, guys. Trust me. I'm way beyond that. Okay, now you see this right here? The minerals in order, all right? Don't you know calcium is the first mineral on the docket? Reason why, because it's important. Osteoporosis. Reason why people are hunched over. Because
Can a person that is experiencing osteoporosis, does improving their calcium address that? Can it be reversed?
yes.
I have issue. I think we're a magnesium deficient society, and that's why we have osteoporosis.
Yeah.
Because calcium and magnesium are the
Yes.
scales, and so.
Yes.
But not only that,
I got it.
dairy eats away.
Yes. Correct. And they work together, guys. Without minerals, we die. You need it. Minerals are so important. As you see, iron, I think they're in order now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So iron, zinc is there too. Got to have it, guys. You can't go out and get these things without doing this first. Now, that's the order. Then you do that, then you start detoxing. All right? Because now the liver is healthy. Everybody understanding me? Right? Then the liver is healthy. The kidney is healthy. Everything is healthy. Okay? Now the body is starting to really detoxify itself. Now you are a really moving machine, boy. You're ready to be healed, guys. You see that? Now, here we go. All right. Now, now you can come get this from me later, okay? I forgot to give this to Arlene, and forgive me for that. Now, no, it's not in here, but you can come get it. So I'm talk about detoxification. Now, there is 4 things. What's the largest organ in the body? Skin. That is absolutely correct. You know your skin is detoxing all the time. Throwing stuff out of the inner dermis. It's throwing stuff out. That's why you sweat. But the lymphatic system doesn't have its own pump. That's why you need exercise. Hey, man, we're gonna get this, guy. We got this, all right? It doesn't have its own pump, so the lymphatic system runs through all out your body, but it can't throw it out, okay? It needs help from you, all right? So your skin, yes.
So exercise is the heart of the lymphatic system.
Yes, okay? We're talking about detoxification, because without it, you don't survive, okay? I just heard about that rapper, Coolio, went to the bathroom, bam, just died, okay? I know it had to be something that he ate or a lifestyle, right? Okay, the second, here's the liver. You can read up on, I'll give you this to you. The liver, the gallbladder, okay? The intestine, death starts in the colon, guys. The intestines and the kidney and the liver, detoxification. All these have to be clean and healthy. Minerals also helps that, guys. It doesn't matter if you're young or old. People like that myth, oh, I'm old. No, it has nothing to do with it. You know that? Nothing to do with it. I met a person had bone on bone, and the reason why it's bone on bone, because the cartilage need MSM. It needs healthy tissue. Hyaluronic acid helps the body tissue. That lubricant stays there. It's because of milk, because of all the diet pulls and deterioration of that cartilage. That's why. Okay? All right. So I want to continue. Okay. So, but I want to talk about a particular vitamin or herb that's really good. And I'm gonna start here and I'm gonna close at this. There's a particular vitamin very good, which is called Proanthocyanidins. Anybody know what that is? What is Proanthocyanidins?
Isn't that what's found in dark berries?
Yes, or wine. You know, Paul told Timothy, yes, to drink. Now, every grape, seeded grapes, guys. Leave the red ones, leave the green ones. Hybrid. The green ones, no. Seeded grapes, okay? Very important, seeded grapes, all right? Proanthocyanidin. Paul told Timothy to drink a little wine for stomach's sake. Reason why he said that, because of the property that it has, which is polyphenol, okay? I got an excerpt on here where the lowest amount of heart disease is found in people French. Reason why, because of the grapes they consume. Proanthocyanidin is very good for you. It starts and it immediately works. It has a great effect. Don't you know, it opens your arteries. It heals your heart. It heals heart congestion. It is very, very, very good for you. Proanthocyanidin, yes. That's why he told him to do it. It's in a deeper level. Are y'all still with me? Anybody? Am I going too fast? Yes. Seeded grapes, guys. The green ones, no.
So what color is the grape? Purple or black? Purple or black grapes, right?
Yes. With seeded.
What are the variety of grapes?
Yes.
Concord purple grapes, typically.
Yes.
Seeds. They have thin skin and they're bursting with flavor.
Yes. Okay.
Is there a difference between wine or grape juice to get what you're saying?
That's a good question. Yes, you got to be careful because a lot of things contain a lot of sugars. I was looking at I was going down a vitamin aisle, and they had these vitamin gummies, and they pushing. And the first ingredient they see is sugar. And the minerals is down low, you can barely see them. What's good? My mom was taking that, and I grabbed that and I threw that in the trash. I was like, no, that does more harm than good because sugars destroys the body. Destroys.
So how much sugar is in wine?
Yes. So you got to be careful. Yes.
I think that's a very important question because when Paul told Timothy to drink some wine, In those days, they did not add sugar in
Yes.
the fermentation of wine.
Yes.
So their wine was only like 3.5% alcohol. Now wine begins at 6.5 and on up. So that makes a huge difference.
Yes. Right. Absolutely. So what it does is opens up arteries. Your arteries are thin. That's why you have heart attacks. Because they're so thin, it has to. Your arteries create a channel because they're so blocked. They create another channel to go around. You know that? Because of detoxification. It's so its body is so messed up with all the stuff that you breathe in the air and all that. Those three essential things that destroys the body, especially mucus. It will destroy you. Okay? But it opens up the arteries. It keeps the blood healthy. It keeps also the brain, and mucus can get in the brain. It sugar and all that. It creates, like, mental health is 95% of diet. Mental health. There's a few exceptions to that, guys. Okay? So in closing, all right, because I'm off track. I'm throwing everything around and I'm throwing stuff, so I'm off my protocol, guys. So I just want to, according to Michael Murray, James Blanche, and Gary Null, okay? I've been good guys if you want to note those, okay? But start right there. Also, Arlene touched on it too, intermediate fasting, okay? Give the body the ability to heal itself through fasting. Fasting in the Bible was not just merely a spiritual thing. It was a practical thing that keep us healthy. Okay? Because it allows the body, that's why we sleep. You know that? Because what is the body doing while we sleep?
Adjusting, healing, repairing.
Yes. Right.
That's why we have breakfast.
Yes. Right. It's all good stuff. Yes. Yeah. You know. See. Okay. It's healing the body. So what do you think you're doing if you fast? Okay? And take the minerals that you need. The body goes into but once you start, be careful. Because it starts detoxifying so fast. Man, you know, one time when I started my first detoxification, this is really weird. This is a true story. I got a rash all over my leg, and I panicked. I was like, what the heck's going on? Found out there was a fungus. I had eaten a lot of ice cream, chasing ice cream truck down the street. Fungus was rampant in my body. And the body threw it out through one of the detoxifications, which is the inner dermis, the skin, guys. So the body going to throw stuff out. So you might feel bad before you start feeling better. You see that? Because it's detoxing from all the years that you have done this. Okay? But you just gotta, there's no, even if you're not walking, if you're really bad, even if you're on a bed that you can't get up, the body has the ability to snap back, right? Starts with minerals, starts with herbal supplements, or raw. We were talking about raw foods, guys, okay? And you will guarantee you will see the doctor less. That old cliche, apple a day or what?
Keeps the doctor away.
That is true. Am I right? Now I'm going to get me some apples, man. I'll put some apples on the ice cream trucks. It's amazing when you go in the stores, man, you bombarded with chips and everything. And that nutrition section, where is it?
Way in the back.
Way in the back. No?
Why does it have a nutrition section? It's supposed to be nutrition.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Because the
Yeah.
other food's not.
So 95% of why people die is because of their own hand. You're either going to eat to live, you're going to eat to die, or eat to what? It's a lifestyle, guys. There's no magic pill. None. Zero. Okay? All right. That's it. Yes. Yes.
First question is, how long does it take to get the body in alkaline state? The second question is, how long did it take before you saw personal results with your cancer?
That's a good question. You see immediate results. Immediately. The body's going to begin to detoxify, and it takes, I would say it takes about three months for you to see results. See, nutrition is slow acting. Nutrition don't fix the symptom. It fixes the what, guys? The problem, right? See, the doctor is going to treat the symptom, right? Then they got to give you something else. Then you got to give you something else. Then you got to get something else. But nutrition fixes the problem, the eternal problem that's in there, okay? But it's a continuous thing, okay? So, and there's nothing like you could be. I was stage 4, terminal. Look at me. Stage 4. Chemo port. I had 4 surgeries. Detoxifying, immediately the doctor is still amazed. You see my labs? They are doing great, guys.
How long ago did you have this cancer? How many years have you been cancer?
I've been 3 years, cancer-free. 3 years. They can't find it. 3 years, cancer-free.
So are you're alkaline and raw? You're raw now, right?
Yes, I'm raw. Alkalinity, raw. And remember, water is so important, guys. Water. I drink distilled water. But also spring water is very good for you.
What about the alkaline water?
No.
It doesn't stay alkaline.
Exactly, correct. Because when it sits on the shelf, it's not as potent as it is.
48 hours.
Yes.
It changes pH.
You see? Yes.
What kind of cancer did you have? And did you stop chemo before or once you went alkaline, or did you follow through with the whole treatment?
And once you went alkaline, how long was it before your doctor said you are no longer living with cancer?
Okay. First,
Well, what was the kind of cancer you had?
I had, which is called non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. It was in the lymphatic system, where all the toxins are raging to get out. They're trapped in there. That's why I said the lymphatic system, it runs all the way through here, right?
It runs everywhere.
Runs everywhere, down, everywhere. It's detoxing. But if it can't get out, what do you think it's doing? Staying in the body. And then we're eating stuff like dairy, guys. It's just terrible.
I got a question
Yeah.
with that question. Well, not a question, but a statement. Usually when a lymph gets like chemo and it can't get out, the reason why I can't get out is because the kidneys are compromised.
Yes.
Other means or ways
Yes.
to get out is compromised.
Yes.
So you can stir it up and get it in the system to come out, but if it don't come out because of the kidney, no problem.
Yeah, because the kidneys is overloaded. Don't you know kidneys can be reversed? It's not. It's called insulin resistance. You know why it's insulin resistant? Because of mucus trapped into the body. Yes, look it up.
Did you take all the chemo?
Yes, I went through the whole source of chemo just for doctor's sake. But I was already fine because I started my regimen.
Right.
Okay, I want to read you.
Did
Yeah,
your
go ahead.
doctor understand that alkalinity and that regimen? Did he go along with you on that, or
No.
did you teach him about
I
it?
teach him. He told me I was gonna die. Especially on the cruise, on the 7-day cruise. He said, "You're gonna die." Doctors are wrong. They are medicine. I was a pre-med student, guys.
It's not health care, it's sick care.
Huh?
We have, our system has sick care.
Yes.
We're very good at taking care of sick people.
Yes.
And keeping them needing us to take care of them as they are
Right.
sick their whole life.
Right.
But it's not health care.
Absolutely. Homeopathic is the way to go. All right. I want to read this real quick and I'm finished. Okay. Proanthocyanidin is a neutralizer of oxygen-free radicals. It kills free radicals. That's why I mentioned PC95. It kills free radicals in the body. You need to kill the free radicals in your body because it destroys destroys the body. Okay, it's great environment, providing superior protection from inflammation structure, including nucleus on the cellular level, free radicals attacks, and proanthocyanidin process more than inactive sites, neutralizing free radicals and any other antioxidant. Is recommending it's better. It's 10 times better than vitamin C. Yes, 15 times better than vitamin E. That's why proanthocyanidin is so important, which is grapeseed extract, basically. Okay, grapes, even chew the seed. Yes. Chew the seed. Chew it. Put it in the blender. Mix it all in there. Yes. Chew it. I chew the seed. I'm crunching. People like chewing me like, yeah. It's like I'm chewing the seed. Like the watermelon, the rind has more nutrients in it, and we throw it away. That's true. Yeah, we throw the nutrients away. Watermelon, right? Okay. So nothing's too late, guys. Nothing's too late. I don't care if you're on a walker, okay? Nothing's too late, okay? I'm a living witness. I am in nutrition. I live and breathe this stuff, okay? Any other questions? If not, thank you guys so much for having me. Love you all. Love you all.
The question is, who want to be sick living?
Just to let everyone know, this has been recorded, and all the information that's on the paper, the blue links, if you go to it online and click to it, it'll take you to wherever they were hyperlinked. So this will be recorded. You can share the link with friends and family or whoever.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you all for coming out. I hope you learned something. I hope you'll be able to make a change. Last year, Mary mentioned a raw diet. I said, no thanks, hot creamy beans. Now, I say everyone should try it because I feel amazing. And I wish everyone could feel the way that I feel. It's indescribable. We have several people that started this journey with us. And we have a new friend, Gwen, who kind of got involved in it. And she even says she can't believe how good she feels. We are all women that are in our 50s and 60s, and we feel pretty amazing. People are impressed with our numbers, and I am impressed with how good I feel. I wish everyone could try it.
How soon did you start feeling really different?
I'm going to say week 1, I felt different. Week 2, I said this can't be. In week 3, I was like, I'm never going back.
And how about some of the others that
Well, the thing is, you're eating your energy. So every time you eat, you get a whole lot of energy for some reason. We eat dead, we eat processed, so all we want to do is sleep, lay around. When you eat like this, you don't feel that at all.
Gwen, you want to speak to your situation?
I'd say I've always had primarily decent diet, never quite the standard American diet. And so I thought I was feeling good and living well. And probably 2 weeks in, I was like, I don't know exactly what it is that I'm feeling. It was inexplicable. I just knew that my body felt entirely different. I felt like a new surge of energy, and I'm pretty energetic to begin with. So feeling anything in addition to that it was noticeable for me. And it had to be contributed to the fact that I had started a raw diet.
Wow.
And then Delitha joined us also. Delitha, your experience?
Well, for me, I just, been through, if you're going through any difficult, stressful times, it's great to have that kind of diet because it reduces, it helps you get through it. You don't realize how much it really does help you get through it because your body's not having to work so hard. Your bowels are working good. You're retaining the natural fluids that you need for your digestion and things like that. I have, which Arlene and I have talked about, I pay attention to my body. I practice yoga. I've got like this 3-day cycle with things. So it's like when I start something, even if it's detoxing, when that 4th day hits, that's when I really feel the change. So you have that 3 days of it going through its cycle. Day 4 is like, okay, made it through that. That feels really good. And you can see the difference in your diet. For me, in my personal body, that 4th day, you're good. I've been pretty much vegan, vegetarian. I'm on the high raw side. I'm sorry, I like a hot soup during the winter time. So, but I've been sticking with my, doing the raw. And if I do cook something, in the wok, and it's just like quick, everything is still bright colors and things like that. You don't cook your food to death and things like that. And I'm one of those that I know that it's difficult for people to make changes, so I always advocate do your meatless Monday, your meatless Friday, gradually get yourself into it so that you don't, it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle, and you will be out there roller skating or walking or doing the things that you didn't feel like you could do as much when you are on a high raw vegan diet.
For those of you that are young, I'm going to tell you guys, I'm 55, Mary's 59, Dalitha's 66. 66. And we all skate, and Gwen too. Gwen's just a baby though, she's barely 50. But I also want to include a comment regarding Charlotte too, because Charlotte's doctor, I'm really impressed with her doctor. He told her to go high raw. He told her to go raw with no oil, no salt, no sugar. So he basically took her off of even avocados and nuts. Everyone here has, they had various diets and lifestyles that were fairly healthy. Charlotte, for those of you who know who what are those things? The Power Rangers. Charlotte was the pink Power Ranger when she was a young adult. She is very active. She is very healthy. So she did bounce back very quickly. And like David said, if you stay healthy, you keep a healthy lifestyle, it is easier to bounce back than it is to come from a long way. But never give up, because your body is designed to heal. Every time you eat, every time you rest, every time you exercise, every time you drink water, your body is designed to heal. So give it a chance. Thank you guys for coming, and thank you for your participation.
Thank you.